I couldn't leave, not until I'd thought about this some more. I needed answers. Okay. I couldn't go back down, not until I'd gone over everything. I needed to make sure I was perfectly clear. Okay. What do I need to do? I should go to my room, look at the website. Well, what's the safe? My old office safe sat on the floor. I used to keep tax records and other important documents in it. They used digital passcode lock. Did I try and open it? The safe used an 8-digit code. What was the damn code again? No, that wasn't it. Damn, I couldn't remember. I leafed through the notebook I had taken from the forest. In it were the names that I had written down. Heather, Olivia, Ashley, Cheryl, Iris, Daphne, Holly, Rose, Rachel. Those poor girls were the victims of the same person who had killed Rachel. I wondered what happened to the other names on that list. Or the ones scratched out on the desk in those wet tunnels. How many names were there? The man in that house, was he responsible? When I woke up I found him dead already. Okay. The laptop had finally run out of power. There was a keycard at the bottom of the factory locker. I never did bother to use it. Someone had been going through those lockers and poking around the plant. Still, it didn't quite add up. Was I the one who had been going back to the factory? I guess it could have been me. But what would I have been doing there? The reflection in that ground glass was only a shadow, a whisper. I still loved the old-time charm that that claw-footed bathtub, though it seemed like cold comfort then. Okay, nothing in here. Within the few broken pieces that remained of the mirror, I could see my face that had grown pale and weak. I couldn't bear to look again. It was like I didn't actually expect a reflection. I felt empty and drained. But who had killed him? Okay, so I came from here. Yeah, I came from there. Let's go upstairs. Downstairs, rather. Did I go in here? I don't think I did. From now on, I'd have no one to go get angry with me for stupid things like buying this TV. It seemed like I'd seen all there was. Maybe I thought I was ready to go back into the basement. I guess I was ready to face the truth now. Let's go see my wife. What? The gun I found in the other man's tunnel. What was he doing with it? Why had I taken it down in the first place? Was this my doing? Did I bring this upon Rachel? My head began to spin with guilt and worry. If I wanted to end it, I could do it. I could do it with that gun. Did I pick up the gun? It was like carrying an anvil, but I wouldn't let it go. Not again. I couldn't go back into that room again. Well, I guess we're not going in there. Let's leave. That was it. With Rachel gone, I couldn't stand to be in that house a moment longer. Did I leave and say goodbye to that nightmare forever? Yes. Since I had arrived in town, things had been difficult. Working in the plant that had been good for me. It kept me in line, gave me something to do, and helped me get away from my past. When the factory closed, everything changed. I guess that was when I had started sleepwalking, disappearing for hours. At a time, drinking was probably just a way to deal with that. It was almost as if I was trying to beat my brain at its own game. Things stopped making sense sometime after that, and my memories of what happened are still flux. But I know Rachel had tried. I know she tried to be there for me, even when everything was falling apart. This might not unearth terrible truths, but I knew it was the final act of a long-standing horror I'd been living. Waking up in that house tonight was the final cruelty. I wish I'd remained unconscious in that room forever. It was obvious to me that the man I had found in that house had something to do with all this. Could he have killed Rachel? It started to seem that there were too many things I had seen to think otherwise. My sleepwalking had obviously been a problem lately, but it was still difficult to admit that I was the one who had been going back to the factory. The episodes had gotten worse, but oh god, I hoped I wasn't the one responsible for that guard. I had to catch my breath, to take it all in. Up until the factory, things had only gotten worse, but then I had seen something even I wouldn't have expected. When I went to Norman's store, that's when my perspective on all this really started to change. Poor Norman was dead, but I had no idea what happened to him. But as painful as all that was, oh god, I couldn't bear to think about it again. After all I had done and seen, finally coming home was supposed to be the end of this entire ordeal. God help me though, it was the only beginning. As I swung open the door and stepped out into the air, I caught the scent of wet grass and fog. Rachel, my beautiful wife. Just the thought of her again, cold and insert, shook me from my head to toe. What would I do now? Who could I turn to? It would only be a matter of time before the police got involved, before the neighbors knew. The front lawn was soft and giving beneath my feet, and I couldn't shake the urge that I shouldn't stand there, but rather that I should run. Well, that was a short, interesting little game. I like how it demonstrates like a sort of wonder. It's not really a horror, it's more of a drama. I was expecting monsters. I think the entire time it was me that was doing all these things. I just put two and two together, like sleepwalking and all of the going back to the factory where you worked. I don't know what the motive was, and I don't know why you did all those things. I think if you play through it again and you go in with the notion that potentially you're the one causing this, and explore every tiny little detail instead of thinking someone else is doing this and killing people, then maybe you'll get a better outcome in the story. Because I think that's what caused this. And I don't understand when it gave me the option to decide was this my wife. I think that was a sort of a closure for the player. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this short little playthrough. I know it wasn't really me talking, it was more of me just reading, but I guess that might be entertaining for some people. So if you enjoyed it, thanks a lot. I'll see you guys later. Merry Christmas.